Episode 4 of the official Nancy Drew podcast, Unlocked, released today. Tammy Tuckey, your host, as always, interviewed David S. Hogan, who played multiple voices for multiple characters in the Nancy Drew series. He played Brady Armstrong from The Final Scene, The Amazing Monty, also from The Final Scene, Henrik Vanderheun from Secret of the Scarlet Hand, Red Knot from Ghost Dogs of Moon Lake, and Tex Britton from Nancy Drew, The Secret of Shadow Ranch. All very memorable characters for multiple reasons. Naturally, like with every other show, Tammy interviewed the actor or actress, in this case actor, on just their story of how they started out acting or voice acting and just their history, what they're doing now, what have they worked on, what are they going to work on, all this stuff, which is, it's in my opinion, it's kind of going dry, if that makes sense. I know we're only on episode 4 and they only released every other week or something, but it's just, with interviews, they're cool, but the problem with these ones is they tend to be all the same. Not just question-wise, but response-wise too. So, if they could go on with something else, because in my opinion, a podcast is a talk show, not an interview, not just an interview. A podcast is a talk show where a group of people, or maybe 2 people, maybe even just one person, will sit down, they'll have a talk about topics. In this case, it would be just Nancy Drew. In the opening of every single episode, Tammy says, "Well, I'm your host, Tammy Tuckey, and welcome to the official episode of the official Nancy Drew podcast, Unlocked, where we talk about anything Nancy Drew." So far, it's been a lot of stuff except Nancy Drew, if that makes sense. I don't want to say that in a bad way. I don't want it to come across in the wrong way. But they've been interviewing voice actors and actresses. They haven't been talking about future games. They haven't been talking really about past games. They've been talking about what these voice actors and actresses have been doing. What have they been up to? What are they going to do? Not what's going on in the community. Not what's going on with the new game. Not what's going on or what happened with past games. Not why Ship of Shadows never released. What's going on with Codes and Clues and all this stuff. That is Nancy Drew. Interviewing voice actors and actresses about their past and their future isn't really Nancy Drew, even if they voiced a character in the game. I personally am getting a little tired of just the interviews. I want to hear more. I want to hear more about future games. I want to hear more. I mean, everyone wants to hear more about Midnight in Salem, obviously. But either way, once Midnight in Salem comes out, which I believe it will, I want to hear more about the next game. I want to hear more about why things didn't come out, why things were done this way. You know, why I want them to just get more people on the show to talk, not to interview, just to talk. So that's my opinion personally. I do believe this was a good episode. I really liked David S. Hogan. He was very entertaining to listen to. Him playing Brady Armstrong. I guess Tammy Tuckey got him to reenact his Brady Armstrong voice, and he did pretty good, I thought, because what he did was he really did sound like Brady Armstrong, whereas when she interviewed Rick and Arlen and Maddie Jensen from Stay Tuned for Danger, I couldn't feel it. It just felt like they weren't trying. But David Hogan, it sounded like he was trying, and I liked that, you know. So just stuff like that. Something that sounds a little more real. Can I say that? I'm gonna say that. Anyways, either way, that's just my opinion. If Her Interactive happens to be listening to this, obviously just keep doing what you're doing, but I just think that it would be kind of a little more interesting if you mixed it up a bit. That's my opinion. Thanks guys for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.